The Roy Rowan Award for Best Investigative Reporting is also new this year. Marcus Rowan has generously endowed this award in honor of his father, Roy, legendary journalist and past OPC president. Marcos will present the award. The citation goes to Iona Craig of The Intercept for death in Al Ghayil. Women and children in Yemeni village recall horror of Trump's highly successful SEAL raid. The winners: Clare Baldwin, Andrew R.C. Marshall, Manuel Mogato, and the Reuters team for Duterte's War.
Soon after Rodrigo Duterte was elected president of the Philippines in May 2016 and launched his war on drugs, the bodies started appearing in the streets. Some of them were wrapped in packing tape, and some of them had been tortured. My colleagues Andrew, Manny, and I spent 18 months investigating Duterte's war. We knew which neighborhoods the killers frequented. We knew the GPS coordinates of their kills. We knew that they mostly came at night and that they killed with close-range head and heart shots. We also knew that most of the killers were the Philippine National Police. But knowing it and proving it are two very different things. What made our stories so powerful was that we used both street reporting and data reporting to name the killers. And what was great for us and galling for the police was that the data we used to name the killers was their own. The final story we did last year was the perfect example. We spent months requesting the police crime reports and eventually got all of the crime reports for 2 cities in Metro Manila. We quickly realized that most of the killings, and the worst killings, came from a single police station. As we reported the story out, we traced the killings back to a core group of 10 men who were from the president's hometown. They lived in a makeshift barracks on the roof of the police station, and they called themselves the Davao Boys. They were a breed apart in every sense. They wore bulletproof vests when they went out to buy cigarettes. Their commander, who is a shooting buddy of the national police chief, was a man whose surname translated as the Filipino word for death. He would do dry fire practice on the roof of the police station with his .45 caliber pistol every morning. So literally, following the killings led us to Commander Death and the killers on the roof. It all came together when I was finally able to ask one of the Davao Boys why he'd been chosen for the job. He smiled, and he summed it up in 3 words: special kill skills. Andrew, Manny, and I learned a lot working on these stories. The main thing was we learned that if we had the data and spent the time on the streets, we could produce stories that were almost impossible to contradict. We were hoping to put that into the stories that we're working on now. It's an honor to receive this award, so thank you to the Overseas Press Club. And we want to say thank you, and to acknowledge our colleagues who worked with us on these stories and who continue to report on Duterte's war.